It's June 4th. Two card rooms open today, the New Orleans and South Point. So yeah, we're gonna head down to South Point. Apparently they're able to do 5-player tables. I'm not sure if I'll have to wear a mask to play, so I'm prepared. I got this mask that my sister-in-law made me. Oh yeah. So hey, if this way we gotta play, this way we gotta play. But hey, it is what it is. So anyway, we're gonna head out. See you at the tables. All right, so we returned to the poker room. South Point opened up yesterday, June 4th. 5-handed tables. So we went down there, wanted to check it out, and played for a little while. All the tables are brand new. They got rid of the bright red or orangish colored felt and went to a nice like a tan brown motif. Really good. The room looked great, refurbished all around, and yeah, it was a good experience. They have sanitizer stations just about everywhere, not only throughout the casino, but also in the poker room, making it real easy to keep yourself clean. And they encourage masks, but they're not required. So depending on how comfortable you are, either wearing one for a long period of time or not, you can go that route. So yeah, all in all, it was a good experience. Love what they did there. I only was able to shoot a couple hands, but they did not permit filming. And so I actually got the message back from them after I had started, and they said, please no filming. So I had to stop, and I saw them shutting down other people just for even taking pictures and whatnot. So less people at the casino, a little easier to manage, but that's okay. We'll just go over a little bit. All right, so our fourth hand in this session, we're only playing 3-handed when we first get started. So our table starts. They said they have two more players on the way, but we go ahead and get going. So about 4 hands in, we looked at an ace-queen in the big blind. Small blind makes it $6. We make the call. The flop comes out 8-3 deuce with 2 clubs. The small blind continuation bets for $6, and again we go ahead and make the call. The turn is another 3. It's a 3 of diamonds, and he makes a bet of $12, and we go ahead and make a call. Maybe with ace-8, 9-8 suited, 7-8 suited, something like that. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and see another card. I think ace high might be good here, might be chopping. The river's a deuce, another diamond, so puts 3 diamonds on the board. He quickly bets out $25. Yeah, I don't feel that there's no way he has the diamonds here. I guess he could hit backdoor diamonds, and that's quite possible. Yeah, I mean, but it just didn't make. I can't find any hands that would fit that scenario. So there's 2 pair on the board, and the only thing that beats me is if he happens to have an 8 in his hand. So we go ahead and make the quick call. He says you're good. We show the ace and we take it down. So that was a good way to get started. We're up from our starting stack within 4 hands, and wow, great to be back to live poker and actually feel the chips in your hands and stack them and just kind of talk to them. So a little while later, there's a open raise to $7. 1 caller. I'm on the button. Look down at King 10 offsuit, but we'll go ahead and make the call. The flop comes out with a 10 queen deuce. Both players check. So we're going to put a bet out of $10, and we get 2 callers. The turn is an ace. They both check again, and I check behind at this point in time. Yeah, I don't like the ace. Not a great card for us, so let's just go ahead and keep the pot small and see what happens on the river. River's a good one. It puts a king out there, so we have got 2 pair. It does put a Broadway draw out there, 4 to Broadway, in fact. So that would be a little bit of concern. It checks over to us again, so I don't know if the jack is going to check with 2 of the players in the hand, possibly. So we go ahead, go ahead and put a bet out there. I was going to see what happens. We bet a bet of $20. It's not a very big bet, not quite half the pot, in fact, and both fold. So we take that one down, and yeah, I mean, we're probably best there. Regardless, but even if there's perhaps a king-queen hand, maybe lays it down, but maybe not for $20. Hard to say, but yeah, we'll take it down. Okay, those hands were early on, so I didn't have my camera out to even attempt to record, and then I got it out for a little bit before I got the message that said I could not record. We got a little bit of footage anyway. This next hand, we're under the gun +2 or in the cutoff, either way, 5-handed, and Under the gun plus one folds, we looked at a pocket queens, and we go ahead and make a raise up to $6. This has just been our normal opening raise 3 times, regardless of our holdings, just to keep it consistent and not give away the strength of our hand too much. Goes over to the button, he makes the call, and the small blind fold. The big blind makes a 3-bet up to $25. So I have a choice here of either calling or raising here. I get a variety of hands that are going to call there when we are playing 5-handed. So I elect just to call. May not have been the best play because I have someone behind me in position who also who called the original $6 raise and now calls the 25. Nonetheless, we're off to a flop of 10 Jack Deuce. Big blind wastes no time, puts a bet out of $45. And now I'm being beat by not only aces and kings, but jacks and tens as well. Well, the players still act behind. We go ahead and let this one go. I think pretty easy fold here. And the button raises all in. He only has 87 total, so pretty easy quick call by the big blind. So we watched the run out. No queens, thankfully, in the turn of the river, so that was nice to know we made a good fold there. The button turns over Jack Deuce for a flopped 2 pair, and the big blind turns over pocket tens. First set of tens. We didn't have any other big pairs besides the queens. The other big pair that we had was pocket nines on the big blind. It folds all the way around to us, and we win small blind. Yay. The only other pair I had during the session was pocket seven. We were first to act. We make a raise of $6. We get 2 callers. Both the small and the big blind are the callers. So we're in position, which is great. We're off to a flop of ace, king, 10. Beautiful flop for pocket sevens. The small blind bets out. The big blind calls. We're not going any further with the pocket sevens, and we let it go. So yeah, that was about all with the pair. So we're just trying to manufacture some things as we could. The next hand, we're on the button. There are 2 limpers in front of us, and we look at a jack 10 offsuit. And we want to make a raise. So instead of our normal $6, because there are limpers, we raise it up to $10. And all 4 players fold. So we take a pot down, $6 after the rake. Move on to the next hand. So shortly after we turn off the camera, we are on the button once again, and we look down at Jack 10. There's 1 limper, so we make a raise up to $8, and we get 2 callers, the big blind and the original limp. We're off to a flop of Jack 10 3. Great flop. They both check. I go ahead and put out a continuation bet of $15. I want to charge anyone holding 2 Broadway cards to continue here and bet out my strong hands, build the pot a little bit. Big blind folds, the original limper calls, and we're off to a turn of an 8. Not the worst card. I suppose he could have been continuing with like a queen 9 type of hand, so it does complete the straight there. But he leads out for $25, about half the pot. And I think if he actually hit a straight, he probably would have checked again here. So I make a raise up to 110, and he makes the call. The river is a 9. Now we have 4 to a straight, which is not great. And he ends up checking. I don't have enough really out there to make him go away. I only have about another 240 behind, and so less than a pot size bet. He's got to call no matter what. And so we're just going to go ahead and check. We got a little bit of showdown value, hopefully, here. And he turns over pocket sevens. And, yeah, so there we go. Runner for the straight. And, yeah, that kind of took the wind out of my sails a little bit. A few hands after that, we decided to take a break. Figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and cash out, go ahead and get something to eat. And we head out, go get some lunch. We come back in, and more tables are going. The list is long. There had to be at least 20 players in the list. I go and get my name back on there. And we waited out for probably about 30 minutes or so. I mean, the list was going. They had employees there. South Point did a good job of trying to get everybody into a game. But, yeah, I saw it might be a little bit yet. And I decided I was going to go home. Started the day with 300, had built it up, and we cashed out with 217. Again, I think South Point did a fantastic job at getting the poker going again. And, yeah, it looked like it was going to be pretty busy. But, yeah, they were cleaning. A player gets up. Someone was spraying down the rail, cleaning the rail. They were on top of things there. So, yeah, definitely a good place to come in and check it out. And, yeah, no complaints whatsoever. Anyway, yeah, we had a good time. That's about all we did. Like I said, this was just a short attempt at a quick vlog, let you know live poker's back in action. We're going to check out some of the other casinos this weekend that are opening up. Venetian, I believe, is supposed to open up today, so we might go check them out a little bit later. and maybe even get over to the New Orleans, because we haven't played over there yet since living here in Vegas. So I want to check that out as well. We'll find out what these other casinos are doing, report back to you. It's just a short vlog. Hey, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Be happy to get back to you. Have a good time. Be safe out there, and can't wait to see you at the tables. All right, take care.